Hey guys, welcome back to DOS Storm. So I was working on another video and it didn't quite work out for this week, but I haven't given up on it, so I'm going to release this video instead. It's going to be interesting too, trust me. So today we're going to talk about the Sound Blaster Live. Is the Sound Blaster Live a decent card for DOS gaming? You can get this card for under $10 on eBay, which is sort of a red flag if it's actually desirable to have, because nothing on eBay is cheap anymore, especially for older PCs and DOS gaming and Sound Blaster. Anything is super expensive. So why is this card so cheap? Why am I asking you all these questions? Do I have a sponsor for this video?
I do, and it's PCBWay. PCBWay specializes in PCB prototyping and assembly, but have everything you need to see your project from start to finish, including CNC machining, injection molding, 3D printing, and fabrication. That all sounds cool, but let's say you don't have any projects. PCBWay can help you out there as well with hundreds of user-designed project ideas for building and tinkering. And with lower prices on 4 and 6 layer PCBs, it's never been a better time to buy. Check the link in the video description below for more information. So, the Sound Blaster Live was released in August 1998 and was a pretty hot card for its day. It sported a cool brown PCB, some new EAX environmental hardware effects, a shiny new PCI interface, and a low noise floor that is probably better than a lot of onboard sound cards today, in all honesty. But how well does it do for DOS? Well, it uses Sound Blaster and AdLib emulation, which, as we know, isn't always the best. So the experience you can expect to achieve ranges from fender bender to horrible train wreck. Just have a listen to what this sounds like. So the Sound Blaster emulation is really terrible, and it also seems to struggle playing music and sound effects at the same time. There are also weird dropouts, and don't even get me started on Descent there. What an abomination. However, before you judge it too harshly, it does have one saving grace. It has an onboard hardware wavetable synthesizer. So if the DOS game you're playing has General MIDI, Sound Canvas, or wavetable support, you're in for a completely different experience. So personally, I find that playing with this card with the wavetable synthesizer is actually a fairly enjoyable experience. On top of that, it's probably the cheapest way you can get wavetable sound, with most wavetable add-ons for other cards costing a lot more than this thing does. Something to note if you're looking to buy one of these cards, there are a bunch of different versions of it. There are some Dell variants that only use OEM drivers and nerf the card by removing the EMU 10K1 chip that provides hardware acceleration. However, the later Dell cards, like the one I have here, restores that chip and gives it basically full functionality. The only hiccup I found is that the drivers were a little bit difficult. I originally installed this card with some drivers that I found off of the Creative website, and they installed and said everything was okay, but I didn't get any sound out of them. So to make a long story short, those drivers just don't work. If you're having this issue and you have one of these cards, I recommend you go to philscomputerlab.com and get the drivers off there. Those ones seem to work fine with the weird OEM cards like this. And speaking of drivers, this card will pretty much work with whatever you can plug it into. There's drivers for DOS, Windows 95 and 98, even Windows 10 and 11 if you use a weird old hacked driver. So in conclusion then, DOS gaming on a Sound Blaster Live is kinda hit or miss, but I think the wavetable sound actually sounds pretty awesome. And sure, it's pretty terrible in AdLib or Sound Blaster OPL3 mode, but we all suck at something, and the Sound Blaster Live is no exception. Well, that sums up this video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've had experience with the Sound Blaster Live, I would love to hear your thoughts on it below. If you'd like to see more videos like this, a sub is always appreciated, but if not, whatever, I guess. See you guys in the next one. Those who subbed anyway.